As I go around the room, suddenly I hear this voice cry out behind me, "Fire up!" I'm shocked. I jumped up. I don't know what is going on, but everyone else acts as though this were normal and they say, "Fire up!" Then I hear this voice say, "Ready to go!" And the 20 people in the room act like this happens all the time and they say, "Ready to go!" I don't know what is going on, so I look behind me and there's a small woman about 60 years old, a little over 5 feet tall. Looks like she just came from church. She's got a big church hat on. She's standing here. She looks at me and she smiles and she says, "Fired up!" It turns out that she was a city councilwoman from Greenwood who also moonlights as a private detective. I'm not making this up. And it turns out that she is famous for her chant. She does this wherever she goes. She says, "Fired up!" And the people say, "Fired up!" And she says, "Ready to go!" And they say, "Ready to go!" For the next 5 minutes, she proceeds to do this. "Fired up!" And everyone says, "Fired up!" And she says, "Ready to go!" And they say, "Ready to go!" I'm standing there and I'm thinking I'm being outflanked by this woman. She's stealing my thunder. I look at my staff and they shrug their shoulders and they don't know how long this is going to go on. But here's the thing, Virginia. After a minute or so, I'm feeling kind of fired up. I'm feeling like I'm ready to go. So I join in the chant. It feels good. For the rest of the day, even after we left Greenwood, even though it was still raining, even though I was still not getting big crowds anywhere, even though we hadn't gotten the endorsement from the people we were hoping for, somehow I felt a little lighter, a little better. I'd see my stuff and I would say, "Are you fired up?" And they would say, "We're fired up, boss." And "Are you ready to go?" And I'd say, "I'm ready to go."
Here's my point, Virginia. That's how this thing started. It shows you what one voice can do. One voice can change a room. And if a voice can change a room, it can change a city. And if it can change a city, it can change a state. And if it can change a state, it can change a nation. And if it can change a nation, it can change the world. Virginia, your voice can change the world tomorrow. In 21 hours. In 21 hours, if you are willing to endure some rain, if you're willing to drag that person you know who's not going to vote to the polls, if you're willing to organize and volunteer in the office, if you are willing to stand with me, if you're willing to fight with me, I know your voice will matter. So I've just got one question for you, Virginia.